वन्दे रमणप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीरूपानुगभक्तिदं च कृपामूर्तिं नारायणं नमामि विष्णुपादाय राधिकायै प्रियात्मने श्रीमद्भक्तिवेदान्त नारायण श्रीकृष्ण लीलकथाने सुदाक्षं मुरार्य माधुर्य गणैः संयुक्तं वरं वरेण्यं पुरुषमहान्तं नारायणं शिरसा नमामि त्रिदण्डीनां भक्तशिरोमणिं च श्रीकृष्णपादाब्जहृदयकमलं चैतन्यलीलामृतसारसारं नारायणं त्वं सततं प्रपद्ये। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम Hare Hare. Let me offer millions of blessings of the spirit of Shiva Gurudev. Upon the Guru Varga, Namanishta Santanga Pujantam, Putitanva Pranam. Vancha Kalpataru Vyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Om Namo. So we are Chaturmasya. 1.5 months is over. Then we had one extra month. So actually 2.5, but 1.5 months. Now, 19th September is Advaita Patni, Sita Devi's appearance day. 22nd is Sri Lalita Saptami. And next day is Sri Radhashtami. 26th is Vamana Dwasi, fasting. 26th. So, then the Purnima is 27th September is Bhakti-Vidanta Thakur's appearance day. Then 28th is Haridas Thakur's disappearance day. 29th is Purnima, Sri Vishwarup Mahotsava. 29th September. So that finishes the 2 months. Now we had Krishnastami. Now Radhashtami is coming. Of course, Radha very, very important for her. Even for Krishna, she's so dear. And so there is no end to glorify her, but we can try. Shivaji, you can see Ashtakams, glories. So Srila Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, Nayana Manjari, very, very dear to Radharani. Actually, he is the manifestation of Nayana, meaning eyes, compassion, Radharani. Manifestation. Radha. So he's saying there is one person whose name is never mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is very difficult. That's why for mundane people, if you say about Radhe, not even mentioned in Bhagavatam, then how, see, that kind of mentality, That's why it's very, very secret, very, very sacred. Only very fortunate people who have so much mercy, they can only hear or access or name. And yet, Bhagavatam's steadfast readers constantly nurture the ardent hope of becoming that person's devout, one-pointed servant. See, our whole goal is to become maid servant of the servant of Radha, right? But our name is not there in the entire Bhagavatam. But who is steadfast, who is sincere. See, Bhagavatam is amazing. Is non-different from Krishna, non-different from Radha. And Bhut Bhagavatamritam is even more. May that person who means everything to Sri Bhagavan kindly destroy our false ego in all its various forms and bestow upon us the shelter of our lotus feet. This is how Bhakti-Vidanta Saraswati Thakur praying. There is all kinds of various forms of false ego. Only she can destroy and give shelter at her lotus feet. So that personification of grand benevolence, having collected all varieties of graces from Sri Bhagavan to bestow as gifts upon all beings, is eternally the foremost of the benevolent. Foremost of the benevolent. Benevolent meaning one who does mercy, well-wishing. We saw last time Vasudev Datta. He felt he is ready to take the sin of the whole world. And he is ready to go to. Now, so that power, where does it come from? That feeling, that power, that devotees is actually the root is Radharani. So may she descend within our hearts and make her appearance there. And may our advent be the concern of our worship. So that way we can worship. If we now he is telling, it is common for us to hear that the entire earth is sustained by the entity known as Govinda. Many people speak in these terms. Krishna, he is the root cause, everything like that. Yet, there is one whom Govinda himself esteems as his all in all, his sarvasva. Whereas that Govinda, whom we say is the everything, maintainer, everything, creator. But Govinda himself, not Krishna himself, considers Radharani as a sarvasva, everything, all in all. Uh, so, Krishna, so without her, he couldn't do anything. So, and without the guidance of that entity, we cannot realize what it actually means that she is everything, is sarva. So, even to understand that, we need her mercy, her guidance. So, the word swa meaning one's own, but it can also mean one's treasure, one's affluence, one who is Govinda's own. That means Govinda's own. Or one with the affluence of Govinda is Govinda's entire fortune. Entire fortune. There's one pastime in the, Krishna trying to give his wealth, right? Then he says he has nothing. His wealth is Radharani. So that Brahmin, actually Krishna, wanted. Then Lalita was very, very intelligent. Then she said, "Oh, what do you want? You want some gold, right?" So they gave the weight equivalent to the Radharani, and the Brahmin was happy. So Krishna, in his mood, his sarvasva, his wealth is Radharani. So Lalita that way, she intervened in that situation. So the treasure that makes Govinda wealthy is naturally the very essence of his all. All is sarvasva vastu. So we can only know the true meaning of loving worship when we make our Govinda sarvasva vastu, the object of our own loving worship. So how to please? All these scriptures loudly sing that the form of divinity, the personality of God is the actual object of worship. Other than him, no one can be worthy of the word aradhya, the object of loving adoration. Due to being covered by ignorance for the time being, we have given up our loving quest to find him and have cheated ourselves out of attaining love for him. The very moment that we became covered by ignorance, anarthas emerged, which led us to mistakenly perceive him, the Supreme Lord, as some other entity. Our ultimate goal is to attain artha, meaningfulness, the antithesis of which lays in anarthas. If we do not take a service attitude and pursue those goals or perfections available to us which are most meaningful to us and dear to our heart. And if we do not gain an understanding of the principle of service, then swayed by our own arrogance and ego, we shall end up serving something other than He who is truly meant to be served. You know, see, this is our problem. We have to serve Him, um, but now serving, being cheated. Uh, that's why it is very, very difficult. Very difficult. So that's why we have to realize what is value, what is not of value. No? Anartha meaning actually no value, uh, unwanted, meaningless object of condition. So if we take in this world, everything is practically meaningless. You know, uh, it takes up meaning when we get attached, when we are connected, when in the mood of service. To Krishna, Radha and Krishna. Otherwise, it has no value. It's like zero, zero by itself zero. But you add one next to it, becomes 10. Suddenly it takes a value. So that service, you know, that's why uh, chanting is also service. Okay, don't forget that. The highest service. Service meaning what? We have put all our consciousness into it. One point. We can doing something in our hands, for example, engage ourselves. But our 100% will not be there in that. Whereas in your consciousness, chanting, if you're hearing, that's why other day we were talking about sound. Sound is so important. Only through sound entity, through medium, everything is get carried out. Through sound. So when we hear that mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare, first Radharani name comes. So Hare. So hearing, linking up. So that process is we have to is a now ending constant. So the attainment of pure love of God is the sole purpose of all worship. Aradhana. Why do we worship? Why there is a need of worship? So because that pure love, attainment of pure love of God. We cannot be happy without that. So we have tried so many lifetimes, this and that, and that's why, like the other day we were telling you, We have to feel, actually, in one sense, uh, you know, mm, the positive side. Oh, we have human form of life. Now, at least we can say Hare Krishna, you know, right? And that you get the highest, yeah, love of God, chanting. Yes. Now, on the other hand, we should also feel very bad, even though I have all these human form of life. I've heard the name, I got it. Still, I don't have taste in it. I've become rich, most richest person in the world. Wealth-wise, okay, spiritual wealth-wise. But I'm not able to realize it. I cannot understand. So that realization, understanding um, the wealth that we have, the wealth that we have given to us, bestowed to us by our Guru Parampara. See, recognizing, understanding, realizing, see, that's where we have to try, pray. We have it, but we are not realizing it. We're looking outside there. So, so that happened by mercy, by mercy. So, so Bhakti-Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says, uh, we uh, we have to live by the ardent hope that one day we will be counted among our entourage. We will be counted as a maid servant of the servants. Otherwise, it is preferable to die thousands of times, he said. What is the use of taking birth? If you don't have that aspiration, it's better to die thousands of times, he says, not one time. In Vilap Kusumanjali, Bhakti. Uh, Raghunath Das Goswami. Asha Barer Amruta Sindhu Mayai Katan. Oh Devi, um, with graceful thighs, now burdened by hopes of serving you, yea. Hope which is itself an ocean of immortal nectar. I'm somehow passing my time with great difficulty as I wait anxiously. If you will not give me your mercy, then what use of me in my own life's breath? What use to me is being in Vraja? What used to be even is Krishna who defeated the hideous crane demon Bakasura. See, without Raghunath Das Goswami, without her mercy, even Krishna, Vrindavan, Govardhan, nothing makes any difference, no value. Her mercy. Hey Nata, fulfiller of your devotees' cherished desires. Gokula Sudhakara, moon of Gokula. Sudhakara, Gokula, moon of Gokula, who distributes cooling nectar to all the Vrajavasis. Ye Suprasanna, ye Venkatra Aravinda, your face like a blooming lotus flower is always cheerful as you will grant all of your devotees most cherished wishes. Hey Mathurasmita, Madhurasmita, he whose smile is so sweet and gentle. Hey Krupardra, whose heart is melting from compassion. Please take me to that place where you and your beloved Srimati Radhika taste pastimes of overwhelming love for each other, and let me intimately serve the two of you there. This is Raghunath Das Goswami praying. That hope, the devotee's only cherishable hope, is an ocean of life-giving ambrosia. When will that hope bear fruit? I feel it is essential to sustain my life because of that hope. Someday I be counted among our entourage. But alas, since our eagerness is not increasing, we are not fully realizing our hopes. We are not obtaining that which we have ardently been hoping for. If our hopes are not fulfilled this very day, if Sri Govinda's beloved is all in all, does not descend within our hearts and make her appearance there, this very day, then we have been deceived and we shall not be able to find anyone more unfortunate than ourselves throughout all history. If we are cheated out of serving that person whose grace will grant us all that we may ever achieve, including our place within Bhagavan's whole abode, holy abode, and our connection to all things related to him. And if we cannot comprehend our true identity or discover our presence in the 18,000 verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, then our study of the Bhagavat has been worthless. So, see, this is a feeling of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Whatever we do studying, we have to feel her presence, find her mercy, you know, hope that one day she will show us mercy, you know. Um, but this is what it is. That's why our acharyas always so much gratefulness, endurance for God, because they really understood. Um, then only uh, our life becomes successful. So, being intimately knowledgeable about our identity, Sri Gaurasundara spoke to us about Unvata Ujjvala Rasa, the highest mode of pure loving service to Bhagavan. The blazingly effulgent Ujjvala, paramore love conceived of by the Braja Gopis, Madhura Rasa, unwedded conjugal love of God. So the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu uh, never before offered. He has appeared like that. Hare Krishna. So he, नहीं अभी ऑनलाइन क्लास चल रही है क्या बोल हाँ अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है अब ये हम्म, दामोदर दामोदर को दे दीजिए हाँ 7600 है हाँ 1000 अच्छा ठीक है ठीक अच्छा ठीक है 76 हाँ ठीक है हाँ दर्शन करके आए हाँ so so he enumerated the many methods of serving Bhagavan and instructed us in the process of serving him purely without the adulteration of any extraneous method moves ಏನಪ್ಪ ಇವರು ನೆನ್ನೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ it is only because he spoke to us such matter we can comprehend the existence of such a thing as Vijwala Rasa. So on account of this we can indirectly comprehend the unpleasantness of an antithesis, a bleak, mundane rasa with its utterly lackluster sentiments. So, in how many ways has Sri Bhagavan personally offered us intimate knowledge of himself just to make us relish transcendental service to him? Yet it is essential that we wholly understand that person who has rendered such immense service to Sri Bhagavan that he has made her the object of his own service. Those who adoringly sing about her can bestow upon her the qualification to serve her. They alone can awaken anuraga, inexhaustible, ardent affection for her lotus feet in the core of our being. The intelligence and strength to serve her is attained by keeping company with our dear confidants who are in our anugatya. Anugatya, huh? Guardianship. And by such company, we can realize that service to her is the highest purpose in existence. So, as we come to understand in light of teachings of Mahajans, great, that she is Sri Bhagavan's everything. We shall proceed to serve her, knowing that the perfection and prosperity of loving worship exists only solely in her. If we engage in serving her from this day forth, the day of her appearance, then we shall become qualified to reach the summit of auspiciousness. Surely all of us do not pray for that ultimate auspiciousness, but if by some unknown sukruti, by blessed activity, we get the association of one of the confidants of Sri Vrishabhanu Nandini, she who is the embodiment and origin of supreme auspiciousness. And if we are truly granted the fortune of hearing genuinely sublime narrations about her, then we too may develop the inspiration to follow the path of that ultimate auspiciousness. So, but if we engage in self-deception by depriving ourselves of service to that person who means everything to Akila Rasamrita Murti, Sri Nandanandan, and service to our faithful followers who are our dear confidants, we can never attain the eligibility to serve Sri Govinda. So, we can see her attachment, even when she appeared, she closed, her eyes were closed. So, Kirtida, she was, she was crying, my daughter, and like that, falling on her, breaking her head, and she's so beautiful and all that, but I somehow is blind almost. She's not opening. Then Narada Muni inspired, you bring Nanda, apparently. So when Krishna came, they were putting together, she opened her eyes. So for Radharani, Krishna is everything. And for Krishna also, she is everything, right? More than himself. So that is really, uh, that's why the one and not one. Actually, uh, mm, savior, sevaka, savior, sevaka, servitude of Godhead. Uh, so he is everything for Krishna. To understand our identity, we believe that it is essential to first know our name. Yet, while studying Srimad Bhagavatam, we find no apparent mention of our name. We only discover descriptions of our form and beauty, praise of our qualities, and accounts of the speciality of our companions and our pastime. In Srimad Bhagavatam, we find everything about the dearest beloved of Govinda, but her name as though it has not been mentioned there at all. Yet in the verses of Srimad Bhagavatam, we discover something. Jnanam paramaguhyam me yad vijnana samanvitam sarasa rasam tad angam cha grahana gatitam maya sarasya Bhagavatam. O Brahma, knowledge of me, jnana, is the subject matter established in the revealed scripture. Such knowledge is verily founded upon realization of my Swarupa Vijnana, intrinsic form, and also upon that esoteric secret, Prema Bhakti. Both are highly confidential, and I am revealing all of this to you, and I am also revealing to you the knowledge of sadhana bhakti, which is preliminary branch, anga of prema bhakti. Embrace all of this knowledge and assimilate it with care. So, because of the kalena nasta pralaye, Bhagavan said, the divine message of the Vedas, which describe dharma related to me, disappeared after the cosmic annihilation due to the passage of time. At the beginning of the next creation, I personally imparted that knowledge to Brahma. In turn, see, Brahma instructed this Vedic knowledge to his firstborn son, Manu, and thereafter the 7 Brahmarshis, headed by Bhrigu Muni. Bhagavan explained all these matters to the first created being Brahma, but over time, the people of this world forgot his message because the collective current of their thought were naturally subjected to the effects of degeneration, dissolution, and so forth. So now is revealing that. Uh, what am I? What is my form? What is my intrinsic nature? Swarupa? What are my qualities? What are the specialities of my associate? What pastime do I perform? So, the stage of absorption in my transcendental pastime, which are saturated with rasa, far surpass the stage of absorption in ordinary mundane sense. There is no other way. So, now Krishna is bound by Rishabhanavi's prema. The single most cherished aspiration of the most topmost devotees is to serve the lotus feet of Sri Radha. Sri Radha Pada Dasyam Eva. Paramabi Abhishtam Ruda Dharaya. Karisyam Tad Anugrahena. Paramadbhuta Anuragosavaya. Paramadbhuta Anuragosavaya. Rasa Rasa Sudhanidhi. When will I realize that most wonderful festival of attachment to the lotus feet of Sri Radha? By keeping that most supreme ambition of serving them in the core of my heart. So, Jayadeva said, Astapadi, even though Krishna is the one who causes everyone's happiness to swell, and even though he is the supreme hero who is destined to conquer evil king Kamsa, his heart has been bound with the fetters of Srimati Radhika's love. Since within his heart was always absorbed in Radhika's prema, which is the quiet essence of Madhurasa, he naturally abandoned all the countless other beautiful Rajadevis. So, at the Rasa study, all the gopis are present with Gopinath, who is engrossed in rasa-laden pastime with them. When the daughter of Rishabhanu Maharaja, Varshabhani, Sri Radha arrived there, she saw that countless gopis were immersed in serving Bhagavan by dancing with him in a circle. Approaching that sight within her mind, she thought, today my Krishna is in the hands of others, and my own confidence are busy enjoying themselves. To affect a feeling of separation, Vipralambha, which actually nourishes the thrill of meeting, Sambhoga Rasa, Rashabhanavi ran away from the Rasa cell instead of entering it and joining the Rasa dance. This is again our mercy. See, running away from Rasa dance is actually, that's why it's very difficult to understand mercy of God. But, our sacrifice, and we can see even our to understand, we take the life of uh, Bhakti Devi, Navida Bhakti Devi. not different from Radha, right? But Vishnu Priya, for example, in Chaitanya's Leela, her sacrifice, Gurudev 1,000 times more than Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and how she spent her time, uh, counting one grain at a time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, till noon. Whatever grains were collected, used to use that for cooking, offer it to the Lord, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then give that to Mother Sachi Mata, whatever left over, guests, and he was immersed, crying, tears constantly flowing from it. They become thin, hardly Baba. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though we see, but nothing compared to her austerity. So that's again Radharani. Uh, Austerity, service. He was so immersed. That's why our followers are also, uh, uh, that's why it is our greatest fortune. Like we started out. How do we understand our fortune? When we understand, when we come in touch with, uh, you know, as a maid servant, servant, maid servant, Radha in our life, in our Guru Parampara. Truly. Then our all auspiciousness, our knowing our wealth, they are actually reminding, showing, what we have, how to recognize. See, otherwise cannot. Huh? That's why Radharani left, and then to create, the vipralamba, meaning separation. See, we have to feel the separation. Now, Gurudev, telling, we have to feel the separation of Sri Guru, Radha Krishna in our life, But they are there, but we have to feel. So, to the extent that we feel that separation, to that extent, we will be successful. We will meet. When someone abandons the anugatya, guardianship of Radhika, any skill he may display in gratifying Krishna's senses is not actually faithful to the true propensity of his soul. Exclusive devotedness to serving Sri Krishna. Although all the gopis are direct manifestations, Sayavyuha of Radhika, it is particularly those confidents of Krishna's sarvasva, Srimati Radhika, who, while remaining proudly in her anugatya, can provide Krishna the utmost delight. So, in any stage, we have to be under her anugatya, in the direction, guardianship. Sriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamshi Vatas Tatastita Karshan Venus Venus Gopi Gopi Nata Priyasinaha. So, contemplating enjoying Sambhav, that is, contemplating enjoying the company of Sri Govind without being in the Anugatya of Sri, who means everything to him, is something we shall never do. See, this is what our Guru Parampara has come to. You know, uh, we cannot serve Govinda without our direction or our maid servants or servant. Anugati, See, that's the thing. Uh, Otherwise, we'll be blown away. Soon we will start, we become materially conscious, you know, direction. That's why everything begins with a ray, Radha, connection with Radha, uh, connection with this Sri Guru. Jayadev Goswami, the author of the Ashtapadi, reveals something, supplements and discussion. He says, Tatyaja Vrajanu Sundari, abandoning the beautiful Raja Devis, Krishna abandoned the gopis even as they danced with him during Rasa Leela. Krishna himself left all gopis. What does it mean? Because to find Srimati Radhika while carrying her in the deepest chamber of his heart. The binding chains of love of the other gopis are faint, feeble, and vulnerable when compared to the chains of Vrishabhani's love, which are immensely and profoundly powerful. Then, after see Krishna had left them, all the gopis took shelter of Vrishabhanu Nandini's Adiruddha Mahabhava. So, what is Adiruddha Mahabhava? The final limit of Mahabhava, known as Adiruddha. It is the very essence of Krishna's pleasure giving potency. And it is characterized by the feeling that each moment is like a day of Brahma, billions of years, when one is separated from Krishna, and that an entire day of Brahma is like a moment when one is meeting with him, Adiruddha, Mahabhava, feeling like that. So, now all the gopis, Mohana, Madana, they are searching for Sri Krishna. They all understood that without taking shelter at the feet of Govinda Sarva, Sri Vrishabhanavi, Madhurasa can never find complete nourishment. So the gopis realized without her Radharani, not possible. Uh, the gopis are expansions of Radhika because they are eternally and the fractional portion of her. He is originating and complete whole, Amshini. Amshini, they are all coming from her. They could not bind Krishna, for he is solely her property. Radhika thus extracted Krishna, he who attracts everyone from the rasa dance. So, these topics can only be fathomed by someone if the innate faculties of his soul, Atmavritti, has already awakened to the taste of divine Madhurati. Yet, still, if someone's heart is that seat of intense parental love, Vatsalya Rasa, then they too can understand the sweetness and beauty of the pastimes of she who is complete whole. There is something part and whole. The whole, the whole, you understand what I'm saying? WHOLE, whole, and parts, okay? The whole is more than all the parts. We can, maybe next time we can more develop. The whole is more than the all its parts. So this is the part science cannot comprehend. Um, Trying to have this specialization, that specialization, and then trying to, we can get the whole. No, that's the biggest mistake in all the fields that scientists have. So now, unfortunately, uh, you have to all forgive me. Uh, so I have a flight to catch. 8:30 takes more than 1 hour to go there. Um, so I have to end here. Um, we will continue, huh? Because the Srimad Brud Bhagavatamritam also, the glories of the gopis, Radharani is there. So till then we pray at our lotus feet of our Gurudev, who is very dear to Radha. Radhikaye Priyatmani, Srimad Bhakti-Vedanta Maharaja. So, and he is the one who revealed actually more about Radha than any other Acharya. Because he said without so many acharyas have come cutting down the jungle, but I cut enough, but then keep on cutting the jungle, this Maya, then wow, how this thing that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and our Guru Varga came to. So he was bold. He, he gave us so much understanding of our God. Makeshwari, Kriyeshwari, Swadeshwari, Sureshwari, Triveda, Bharatishwari, Pramana Shashaneshwari, Rameshwari, Kshameshwari, Pramoda Kananeshwari, Rajadipesi Radhike Namaste. So we pray to her mercy on all of us and forgive all of us. Uncountable aparada. See, Radha aparada. Aparada kshama karo radhe radhe. Aparada kshama. Forgiveness. The personality of forgiveness is again Radha. So, if anything not pleasing her is what? Aparada, offense. Anything that is not pleasing to her is aparada. So, let us pray ardently as the lotus feet of Gurudev Guru Parampara to always have that connection, understanding, to please our dear one, who are very dear to Radha. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Forgive me for that because I have to hurry up. Otherwise, yes, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare.